Let's talk about Sports Illustrated, because you are former beauty queens and you understand the beauty business, what sells, what works, and what doesn't. And, I was on, Paul Murray's a friend of mine. He hosts a show in Sky News Australia, and I go on with him once a week and we talk about culture issues and so on. And he was raising this issue with me because Sports Illustrated, yes, they've got Megan Fox, who's amazing, very beautiful, but they've also got Martha Stewart, as he described her, an elderly ex-con. It's very, very kind of funny. I mean, yes, she looks great for 81. We should all be so lucky. But, she's there. And then there's a trans person there. There's a biological man who's there, who's some sort of a singer who was with Sam Smith and his weird devil worship show. Kim Petras, who is Tim Petras, but now looks like this. This is a dude. And I said to Paul Murray, you tell me, Paul, but my understanding of the cover of the Sports Illustrated magazine is it has one main purpose, and that's for 15-year-old boys to spend some alone time with it in the bathroom. Like, I'm thinking this isn't the way to get that done. I'm thinking it's, once again, not knowing the function of your product or who your audience is. And it is a situation with the trans model, or whoever this person is, of a man coming in and taking over a spot that previously would have been given to a woman once again.
Yeah. And you know what? Britt and I both competed at Miss USA. We were both Miss California. And I couldn't help when I saw this, but think about the thousands of women who would have killed to have been on that cover. I mean, to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated is like winning Miss America or Miss USA or, winning another prestigious title as a woman. And I couldn't help but think of those women who saw that and thought, wow, first of all, he's not even in shape, number one.
Right.
Second of all, like, I looked at it and I was just like, oh, but like you said, Megyn, like these young men who are looking at this, like, imagine how they feel. Like, maybe they think, oh, wow, I'm turned on by that. Like, could you imagine as like a young man seeing that and being like,
and then you find out.
And then you find out.
Then you find out. It's like the crying game, where you're like, oh shit. No, this is like, it's a fraud. It's a bait and switch. And
that's exactly
you're right.
what it is. You just nailed it. That's the word that I kept trying to find in my head. It's a bait and switch. And I think that's the intention it's to confuse young men. That's like where we're at. Just confuse them. I saw him, Kim, Tim, and I was like, with all the Photoshop, he looked beautiful. I thought he looked like a beautiful woman on that cover. And that is so dangerous, because men who are going to see that, and a lot who aren't going to know that it's a dude, are going to, like you said, get bait and switched with it. And now they're attracted or did something in the bathroom to a man. Well, now what's that doing to your sexuality and your reasoning through all this as a young man? It's to completely confuse and destroy male sexuality and female sexuality. I think that's what the big picture is here. And also I thought, how embarrassing for those other three women that a dude just got shuffled on in the lineup. Like, you're just right on next to a dude. Like,
yeah, I had to make it the year that there's men in it. I mean, like, is that how the standards, how low they've fallen? I'm in the one where there's a dude in a bathing suit right next to me. And they did it last year too. They did it in 2021. Britt, you said something online that I saw, and it was such a good point. It was something to the effect of, this is intentional. They are actually trying to merge the genders. They're trying to erase the two gender narrative, and getting you confused is part of the plan.
Yes. Because if you can do that, you can destroy the family unit. It's what Hugh Hefner did back when he was doing his thing in the 60s. Well, he talked about how what he offered through the Playboy philosophy was a way for men to not feel bad if they hadn't taken a wife by age 20. Prior to Playboy America, you had young men seeking the virtue of husbandry, and they took wives and they had children and they were fathers and they were husbands. And that was, you've hit the gold standard in America. Playboy comes in and says, I'm going to offer you something different. I'm going to offer you something where you can be a bachelor forever. And it's that same philosophy that was driven in then as an attempt to sabotage the family unit, the family structure, and truly the foundation of America. we're seeing replayed now. That's what this confusion leads to. It confuses young boys. It confuses young men on who they are, their sexuality, what they're supposed to be. And it ultimately destroys and appends the family unit. And that destroys the fabric of America, which is completely Marxist in the ultimate game here.
Junk science. That's what the doctor called many of those fruit and vegetable supplements on the market. Junk science because they use extracts of common produce department fruits and vegetables with few health benefits. But I want to tell you about Field of Greens. Get it? Like Field of Dreams, but Field of Greens. Field of Greens is different. They use the whole organic fruit and vegetable, not a watered down supplement. And it's backed by a better health promise, which I'm going to tell you about. Each ingredient in Field of Greens was scientifically chosen to support vital organs like heart, lungs, and kidney health. Others support immune system, blood pressure, metabolism, and healthy weight loss. Their better health promise is simple. The next time you're at a doctor for a checkup, if the doctor does not say that you are looking healthier than before, you get your money back. That's a deal right there. So let me get you started with 15% off, and you can try it for yourself. Visit fieldofgreens.com. Use my promo code MK at fieldofgreens.com and enjoy. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.